up your engine!
Well, if you got a 2020 Ford Mustang, beware. It turns out that they got a recall that affects 38,005 vehicles. Some of their 2020 Mustangs that have automatic transmissions, the brake pedal bracket might fracture if you stop fast. And if you have a broken brake pedal, guess what? It's not going to stop that good. That's your main thing, you know? You'd think they could make brackets on a brake pedal, right? But I guess they're cutting production costs so much that they can't even make a brake bracket anymore. We're talking about pretty simple technology. Now, when you get notified, Ford says they're going to replace the brake pedal bracket assembly free of charge. Of course they have to do it free of charge. Now, they're not going to start this recall until November 16th, 2020. So, if you own one of those, you might kind of look at your brake bracket where the brake pedal's bolted on with a flashlight. See if it's got any little cracks or anything. If it does, take it right into Ford. Make them fix it now. Don't wait for the recall. They know there's a problem. I don't comprehend myself how they can get away with, well, we're going to have a recall and we're going to start it a month from now. To me, that makes no sense. They should immediately just take them in and fix them. But of course, if they don't have the parts to fix them with, and you would have to wait, then they would have to give you a free rental car. Well, I'd imagine if they had to give out, here we go, 38,005 rental cars for a month while they're waiting for parts, that would cost them an awful lot of money. So there's always loopholes to these things. But if you do own one, check out that brake pedal and maybe not drive like a maniac until you get it fixed, because they say it fractures when you really hit the brake hard. Well, come on now, it's a Mustang. People drive them hard. They could at least make the stupid brake pedal brackets correctly so that they don't break. It just shows they're using cheaper metal and cheaper manufacturing. That the bracket broke. I had a Ford Maverick 1970. It was a great car. Never had any problems with brackets breaking on a thing. Yeah, I went through a lot of starters on it, shifter bushings, because it was a standard, and they had cheap plastic shifter bushings that broke all the time. I had a bag of them in the trunk so I could swap them out in about 4 minutes when I really had to. But none of the metal brackets broke on the thing while I was driving it around. It's supposed to get better as time goes on, not worse. Hyundai's quality isn't all that great. They're recalling 180,000 2019 to 2021 Hyundai Tucsons because their ABS electronic control unit can corrode internally, cause an electrical short, and cause a fire, and cause braking failure too. Now they're going to have to replace the brake hydraulic electronic control unit on these things. If you had to pay for it, it'd cost you a fortune. They're not even starting it until October 30th. So what are you supposed to do between now and then? It's still September. Is when I made this video. Be careful. Watch it, you know. If your brake system starts acting up, maybe take it in, make them fix it now and not wait for the recall. I still really can't grasp my mind around that. They know they got a failure with these electronic brake units, yet a month and a half from now they're going to issue and tell people to bring them in, send them notices. Just amazes me. But if you've been listening to Scotty, maybe realize these Korean vehicles, not the greatest made. They pretend they are, but it's advertising. I'm a mechanic. I see the real world. I just did a video on a 2002 Hyundai. They're top of the line. Pile of junk. It was falling apart. The seats were all torn out. The engine was falling apart. The power steering was broken. The quality isn't there over time. And this isn't even time. This is 2019 to 2021. So that just kind of shows you. The quality, not really there. Well, if you own a 2020 Volkswagen Passat, one, I feel sorry for you, and there's a recall for their airbags because it turns out they may not have folded the airbags correctly when they built them. Now, airbags save you kind of like a parachute in an airplane, only it unfolds so you can float down to earth. They fold their own chutes because they don't trust anybody. Well, you're buying a car, you got to trust that the guy that built it folded it right when they put it in, right? Well, it turns out that a bunch of these Volkswagens, they may not have folded them. So what happens is they deploy too fast and they can injure you, which of course is the problem that they had with airbags in the first place, is that they were coming out too fast, breaking people's noses, even snapping people's necks. They keep working on it, but it seems to me that they still haven't perfected the stupid things. Think about it. Seatbelts. They really work well. Race car drivers wear seatbelts. They don't have airbags. Use your seatbelts if you want to save yourself. You're going to trust the Germans? Especially since they cheated out all that emission stuff, and then a bunch of them are now lying about how many cars they sold to make it look like they sold more than they actually did. This is another one that starts October 30th, so, you know, you might not drive like an absolute lunatic thinking, hey, those airbags are going to save you when they're going to give you a big punch in the head because somebody didn't fold it correctly when they built it on the car. As I said, Volkswagen quality, not so great, you know, especially the Passats. They age, they turn into endless money pits. If you like Scotty, just kind of stay away from Volkswagen products, and you won't have this problem to begin with. Yes, the Koreans are at it again. The 2013 to 15 Hyundai Santa Fe Sport, they're recalling 151,000 of them because the anti-lock brake module might leak inside and can have a fire, and you can have problems with the ABS brakes. This recall begins October 23rd, 2020. Again, in the future, just reinforcing what I've said about Korean cars for a long time. They're better than they used to be, but the quality is not there like it is in Toyota, Honda, really well-built cars. They spend a lot of money advertising in the United States. They say, oh, they're the fastest growing, blah, blah, blah. But the quality just isn't there. It never has been. They do not build bulletproof vehicles. That's just the nature of that Korean car company. So if you own a 2013 to 15 Hyundai Santa Fe Sport, be very careful about the brakes. And the fluid starts leaking. Let's say you notice your brake fluid starting to go down. You have to add some. That's a dead giveaway. Take it to the dealer. Say it's leaking brake fluid. You don't see it leaking at the wheels, you'd have to pay for that because that's not recalled. But if it's leaking inside the brake module, you probably won't see it. You'll lose fluid and you won't see where it's going. Take it right into the dealer and say, this needs replacing, it's leaking, it's dangerous. Because if you see it's leaking out and you're losing fluid, they're going to have to fix it, regardless of it's not timed yet. Well, no, they have to because it's leaking, it's dangerous. That's their problem for building them incorrectly, which they often do in the Korean cars. They may have this image now that they're better than they were, yeah, but they used to be absolute junk. Now, they're only partly junk, but they're still nowhere near as good as Toyotas, Hondas, well-built vehicles. They're not going to hold up over time. Like I say, this is 2013 to 15. They're getting a little older. Now stuff is breaking that should have never broken that soon. They're going to have to fix it free, but hey, it's your life that's on the line with this thing. So, like Scotty says, don't buy one in the first place. But if you did, 2013 to 15 Santa Fe Sport, check your brake fluid. Starting to lose brake fluid? Take it in now. Don't wait. Bugatti 1718 says, with lead-acid batteries being prone to leaking, corrosion, and requiring distilled water maintenance, why not just go with a gel battery? Is there negatives to gel batteries? All right, they're better-made batteries. They can have more power, but they do cost a lot more. And you may not like the idea that you have to add water to a lead-acid battery, but most of them these days are sealed and you don't add water. But if you have one you can add water and you maintain your vehicles, it's going to last longer because you can add it in. The gel batteries, they still do vape out stuff, and when they go bad, you got to buy a new battery. And the main downside of gel batteries are they cost off twice as much as a lead-acid battery, so they're not cheap batteries. Now, let's say you bought a car that was made with that. Then you got to replace it with one because the whole charging system was designed for that. You want to stick to it then. You're going to have to pay more, but, you know, that's what they were designed for. So if you got a gel battery car and when it goes out, don't put a lead-acid battery in it. Put a gel battery in it. It was made for that. Jessica 1981 says, Scotty, what's your take on tinting car windows? Is it a good investment for UV protection of interior plastics, leather, and rubber trims? Yes, it is, but realize there are certain laws. If you tint them too dark, you are actually breaking the law. And I see it in Houston all the time. You can't see who's driving the car. The police are taking their license in their hand. If they pull somebody over, they might have a shotgun if they can't see inside. Look at your local laws and make sure that they're not being tinted too much. Now, if you do want tinting, have a pro do it because guys know what they're doing. But check the law first, because a lot of these guys, they'll put on whatever you want. Oh, I want it real dark. Yeah, we got a real dark one here. It may be totally illegal. You can get a ticket for having them tinted, and they can force you to tear it all off again. So check your local laws first, and then ask your friends. See if there's companies that do a good job, because there's a lot of fly-by-night guys, but I got some customers that work at tinting places, and they do an excellent job, and they do help the interior somewhat. Go ahead and have it done legally. Don't put too dark ones in. That's dangerous. So if you never want to miss another one of my new car repair videos, remember to ring that bell.